Welcome to today's session. Today's session is how to create a Google survey. In this session we will make a simple Google survey, start collecting data and then show how it can be published on a website, social media or via email. So first things first, what do you need to make your own Google survey? Well, not much really. All you need to do is start with a Google account and then go along to your Drive section of your Google account. So let's start making this survey. To make your survey, it's as simple as going along to the Create button, finding the form, clicking on Form. So here you have your form title, so let's put in a title here, My First Form. And you have the option to have different themes, so a whole bunch of pre-built themes that you can use. Today we'll just maybe pick up bluebirds. Click OK and you've started your survey. So you'll see it gives you a first form, so this is your first page title, gives you a form description, and it gives you a question. So this is our first question and a question title. So staying in form, we're going to say my first question for this question. You can put some help text below it and that'll just show up just below the first question. Now, what sort of question are we going to have? We can have a whole range of different questions. We can have a text question, multi-choice, a scale. We won't look at all of them, we'll just pick the first one, maybe a multi-choice, and we'll have the first one, the first multi-choice option we're going to have is blue, green, and red. So you can see we've quite simply set up the first question here. And we're done with that first question. So you can see my first question, blue, green and red, my first form at the top, so we've got all of that sorted out. We can add some more questions to this survey really simply, just by picking on the drop down box. Here we might add a second multi-choice question, so we might change it up. In this case, what is your favourite food? So we won't pick any help text, but maybe we'll have some pizza or chicken. Okay, so there are your questions. We can also set up this to be a required question if we want. So at that point we're done. We've created our first survey. We've got some really simple questions in here. You can see you can go along and add some more questions if you'd like, advanced questions, layouts. We can talk about that later. But now what we need to do is we need to know where we're going to collect those responses. So we need to decide on a response destination. So there's a couple of different ways to do this, but the really simple way is just to pick a new spreadsheet. So you can drop your responses straight into a Google spreadsheet. And as we go back, if we go back to a Google Drive for a few seconds, you'll see the form, and now we've got a response place. So that's a place for our form to go to. So let's go back to our form. Let's view the live form, which we can do just by clicking on the button here. So now you can see we've already got our survey up and running. It's really as simple as that. So let's put a few responses in here, and let's submit another response maybe. So green and chicken. So you can see we can just go along and submit a whole stack of responses really easily here. Okay, so we've added a few responses. Let's go back and have a look at our response tab. So go back to the Google Drive. Go and find that response data collection spreadsheet you've got, and you can see that Google has very nicely pulled all that information together for you with your question and your first and second question already sorted out. So that's a really easy way to build the survey. You can go along and add questions and add new items, but that's really as easy as it is. So that's today's. So the next thing we're going to do is look at how we're going to send this form, or how we're going to send this survey to other people. Go up to the right hand side, you can see the send form button. So this is really easy. We've now got a link that we can share in a whole bunch of social media areas, so we can just copy that, paste it into Google Plus or Facebook or Twitter. You probably want to shorten that link up, but you've got all of that. You can also send the form via email, so you can put in a range of email addresses in here and send it. Or you could even just copy that link and put it into your own email and send it that way. So as you can see now, you've really got an easy way to grab all the information and send the survey off to whomever you want to send it to. So that's all for today. We just wanted to look at how to create or how to build a Google survey. It's really simple. Just grab your Google Drive and start making surveys.